beautiful people, how are you all doing? You're welcome to my YouTube channel, Unveiling Esther. Please, if you are just coming across my video for the first time, you're specially welcomed. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, as I will be showing you the different sides of me. Also turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified when I drop another video. So today I'll be showing you how to draft a basic bodice for a baby girl. So this is actually for my daughter. She's a year and 5 months. So this is her measurements. I actually took most of the measurements here on her physically. So I'll be working with a shoulder of 9 inches, an armhole depth of 3.5 inches, shoulder to chest is 5 inches, her shoulder to waist is 8 inches, her shoulder to full length is 25 inches, but I will not be using that today, so please don't be distracted by that. I'll be using her round chest, her round waist, her neck width, front neck depth, and the back neck depth. Let's get started. So first of all, I will start by drawing my startup line. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take her shoulder measurement, half of her shoulder measurement, which is 4.5. I've already calculated that, so that's what we're going to take first. Her shoulder is 9, so half of it is 4.5. 4.5. Half of it is 4.5. So I've taken that now. The next measurement I'll be taking is the armhole depth. Remember, the armhole depth here is 3.5 inches. So I'll be adding half to it to make it 4 inches. I'll tell you why I'm adding that half. So I'm going to look for the straight part of this ruler, on this ruler, the straight line on this ruler, and align it to form a 90 degree so I can get a straight line. Okay, if you have this kind of ruler, it's very helpful in such cases. So I'm going to stop at that 4 inches mark. Then I'm also going to draw an horizontal line there. I'll also align this to get a perfect line. I'm also going to align this, and I'm going to draw it. Sorry. Okay, so that's for that. So remember, the shoulder is not straight, so we'll have to slant the shoulder. For babies, you're going to slant the shoulder by ½ inch. I know some of you must have seen in some tutorials where they take note of the neckline and then they connect it together, but mine, I'm going to be connecting it. This is how I draft my own pattern. I'm going to connect it to the edge of this line. Okay, that's how I'm going to connect it to the edge of this line. So if you check now, you're going to see that this armhole depth is still 3.5. okay, the 3.5 in this paper I wrote the measurements. The armhole depth is 3.5 and it's 3.5 here. It has come back to 3.5. so now what we're going to do is her neck width will be using 1.75 because she's on the slim side. 1.75. so I'll be marking that out here. 1.75. We're marking that out here as 1.75. then the depth, I'll be using 2 inches. I'll be using 2 inches as her neck depth. You know, after sewing this, it will go back to it will become 2.5 inches. So I'm going to be joining this together. I'm going to be joining this together, and I'm also going to extend the line. Okay, I'll tell you the reason why I extended the line. I'm also going to extend the line. So now, for us to create the armhole curve, so we're going to divide this into two. Okay, we're going to divide this into two, and this is what you get. So you're going to mark it, and you're going to come in by ½ inch. Okay, ½ inch. Come in by ½ inch. Then you're going to connect with a straight ruler and also extend the line, a straight ruler. Then now I'm going to take the round chest measurement. The round chest measurement is 22, but I'm going to be going with 23. That is the stomach, the waist measurement. Okay, so that it will not be so tight on her, so that there will be a little allowance. So I'm going to be going with 23, which is the waist measurement. Okay, waist measurement divided by 4. 23 divided by 4 is 5.75. So I'm going to be using that 5.75. So I've taken that. So what we're going to do now, we are going to connect this to the 5.75. Okay, you find a very good curve to connect the two lines together. Can you see that? So we're going to be blending this in, so we don't have any sharp points. We're going to be blending that in. So here you can now add the allowance you want to add for the clothes. So I'll be adding 1 inch allowance, just 1 inch allowance. That's what I'll be adding. So now you're going to place your tape this way at the edge where you have the neck point. You're going to place your tape this way, and now you're going to take the measurements. You're going to take the measurements. Shoulder to chest is 5 inches. So let's just go straight to the waist, or we can still do that. Okay, let's take it 5 inches. Let's take it 5 inches. We'll take note of that, but it is not really relevant. 5 inches, we'll take note of that. Then the shoulder to waist is 8 inches, so I'll be taking that 8 inches, and I'm going to be adding ½ inch allowance for joining the down block, that is the skirt block, and the top block. Okay, I'm actually doing a ball gown, so the down part of the gown is going to be joined to the top. So we have ½ inch here, ½ inch as sewing allowance. So I'm going to be extending this line. Okay, so now our round waist and our round chest, they are the same thing, so there's no need marking it out here and marking it out here again. So I'll just go straight down here and mark out the round waist. Okay, the round waist, after dividing it by 4, that's a quarter of the waist is 5.75. Then we're going to add our 1 inch allowance like we did earlier at the top. Okay, so now we're going to join this together. We're going to join this together. Can you see that? So now the next thing we're going to do is to add allowance, sewing allowance for our shoulder. So we're going to be adding ½ inch here. I'm going to be adding another ½ inch here. So we're going to join that. So I'll be extending that too. This is the reason why I extended the neck. Okay, so I'm going to be extending that a bit. So the same thing I'm going to do here, come out by ½ inch also, so that I can add the allowance on the armhole parts. I'm going to come out by half, and I'll connect it to this point. Okay, I'll connect it to this point, and then I'm going to go up here by ½ inch. Okay, go up here by ½ inch. I'm going to connect these two. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to connect these two. Okay, I'm going to connect these two, as you can see. Then I'm going to be joining these together using my curved ruler. Can you see that? So I've joined it. Can you see that? So this is all for the front block. So I'm going to be showing you how to draft the back. Very, very easy. So let me cut this out. Let me cut this out. So I'll be cutting this out now. Okay, you're cutting this out. Okay, so I'm done cutting it out. I'm done cutting it out. So I'm just going to slide this my paper upward. Okay, we're going to be using this line. I'm going to be using this line here as our starting point. Okay, this will be our new starting point for the back bodice. So first of all, I'm going to be taking note of 1 inch allowance as a zipper allowance. Okay, zipper allowance 1 inch. I'm going to be marking 1 inch down. 1 inch. I hope you can see this. 1 inch down. So I'm going to be, yes, so I'm going to draw that down. So this 1 inch is for zipper allowance. It's for zipper allowance. So now we're going to place our front bodice here on the back. Remember, we've already added the necessary allowances, so we're going to just align it to this top line. Okay, I'm going to align it there, and I'm going to be using a masking tape to hold this down so that it doesn't move, because I have a fan here that is blowing, so it doesn't scatter it. So I'm going to use this masking tape to hold it down. I promise you, this is the easiest method. This is the easiest method you can ever think of. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to hold this down. I'm going to hold this down. As you can see, I've done that. After doing this, I'm going to cut this out. Okay, but before that, I'm going to use my neck depth for the back. My neck depth for the back is 1.25 inches. So 1.25. I'm just going to draw a straight line here. Then I'm going to connect it with my curved ruler. I'm going to be connecting this with my curved ruler, so I'll be using this part. Okay, I'll be using this part of my rule. Can you see that? I'm going to be connecting it to the edge of this other one. Okay, so you must make sure that your neck width is the same for both the front and the back. It's very important. If not, when you join the back to the front, the neck will not be balanced, the shoulder will not be balanced. It has to be equal. It's very important. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting this out following the same pattern with the front. Okay, the same pattern with the front. I'm going to be cutting this out. I'm going to be cutting this out following the same pattern with the front. Okay, the only difference is that I'm going to just bring my hand out a little, just very little, when we get to that midpoint where we came in by ½ inch from the front. Okay, at the armhole. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to cut this. Then we're going to follow, sorry, let me use my rule to hold that down. So let me cut this out. Can you see? So our back is ready, almost ready. Okay, so I'm going to take this front part off now. This is the front bodice. This is the front. This is what it looks like. Let me take off this. Okay, oh sorry, let me put that back. Okay, so sorry for that. Okay, so this is our front bodice. Then this is our back. So to avoid the back of the gown after coming down, because it's a child doesn't have bust. If not, we would have added the bust dart to it. So a child doesn't have a bust. So what we're going to do is, remember the front and the back are not equal. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this zipper part. Go to this zipper part, and you're going to go up this zipper part. You're going to go up by ½ inch. Okay, ½ inch is enough for a child. You're going to go up by ½ inch, and then you can use your curved ruler. I prefer using my curved ruler instead of a straight line. Prefer using my curved ruler. So I'm going to go here. From here, I'm going to connect it back to the end of the side seam. Okay, the end of the side. Okay, the side part of the bodice. I'm going to connect it. Do you see that? I'm going to connect it this way. Okay, so after connecting it this way, you're going to cut it out. So our front and our back bodice is ready. Very simple, very simple, very simple. So I just want to say thank you for watching to the end. Please do well to subscribe, do well to like and comment. Wherever you're having any difficulty, please feel free to ask your questions in the comment section. I will take my time to reply every question asked. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Thank you so much.